What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me on What's the 411. A little crooked with the camera today, but we're going to work with it. We're going to work with it, right? First of all, I am overwhelmed with gratitude from our event on Saturday. The event was over the top phenomenal. It was beautiful. It was something spectacular. Um, and I am so honored and blessed to have all these different people that were not only viewing it, but that participated in it. The winners, the like everything. It was just a phenomenal day. So, of course, I want to definitely send a big shout out to, I want to send a big shout out to everybody that was at a seat at our table on Saturday. It was awesome. It was phenomenal. First up, we had Elaine Robinson from Ghetto Stories. I mean, she was breathtaking. Her story, the way she has her acronyms, everything was just the perfect way to set off the summit. So I definitely want to send a big shout out to Elaine. I want to send a big shout out to Afrobiz, who is just continuously supporting a seat at our table, supporting me, 416 Love, on this platform and so much more. We had Dr. Joel on. Dr. J came on and gave us that information that we so needed to hear about making sure that we're pushing ourselves to make our healing and our fitness and our health a holistic journey. So it's mind, body, and soul and spirit, fitness, eating, everything, all that good stuff. We had Rebecca Richards come in and talk about the collective process of change, which was like a phenomenal movement that she's doing right now. So you definitely want to hook up with her. Harpreet Gill, who is just doing the most right out here in the financial game, talking to everybody about making sure that we have our finances up to par, and then giving us those nuggets that we needed to hear about why we need to invest in ourselves and in our future. And then certain things that sometimes we don't always want to hear about our finances that we really needed to. We had Lorenzo Sutton, another one of our veterans, coming back on the summit, always constantly supporting what we're doing here, supporting me, again, 416 Love. Simone Rose came in talking her powerful story just in order to spread light and love to the different individuals who are on the platform. We had Rachel Wright from Narima Health. She was on there just giving us all of the juice, all of the information we need to know about her business and how we can assist her. Then we had Sose Picasso. Oh my gosh, Sose came through. He was doing his flowetry poetry thing. It was awesome. It was great. I was definitely taken back by it. And Sherry Inspires came through, and also DJ Wiz. So it was just a great night overall. I want to say thank you to our panelists, but I also want to give a big shout out to our advertisers. We had Soft Stones, who kindly donated a beautiful gift basket that was won by Halima. We also have Malcolm, who donated the artwork that was won by Halima again. We have KSM Elegance, Chris, always supporting 416 Love, supporting the summit. So you definitely want to check her out as well. We had Sweetness Boutique, always supporting, you know what I mean? Great people that were just helping to make this possible. Also had Get Dripped, who was always supporting as well. Made by Ebbs, custom designer from Toronto. Yahaya, who is an author who is definitely doing big things. He was on the first summit. So, I mean, we just had a phenomenal panel of people, phenomenal advertisers. It was a wonderful day all in all. And I just want to send my gratitude out to every single person who participated, who helped out in any way at all. It was just great. And I just have to give you guys that thanks. I have to. And then also Leighton Michelle. Leighton Michelle Coe was what the t-shirt I was wearing. It was My Black is Beautiful. Like, she has so many different phenomenal t-shirts out there that are just inspiring, motivating, uplifting. And this is one of hers as well, Unapologetically Ellie. This is for my blog. But I decided that, or she hooked me up, really. So she custom did this for me, and she changed the Unapologetically Me to Ellie. And so I was like, I have to, like, come on, I have to get it. You know what I mean? I got the hoodie and I got the t-shirt. So I just had to pop that in there, guys. I really wanted to appreciate everybody who came out to support on Saturday. It was a great day. So without further ado, of course, we have Shenet in the building, and I definitely want to let's have her join. I've been looking forward to. I can't wait to talk about it. So, hey,
Hi,
how are
I'm good, and
you?
you?
I'm good. I'm
Good.
good. So, how's everything?
Everything is fantastic. I cannot complain.
Good. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, I'm so glad that you're here to talk to us about this topic that we definitely need to talk about, especially as women. It's something that we have to deal with every single month, so it's important that we talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yes, so introduce yourself and let us all know who you are and where you are from.
Okay, awesome. My name is Shenet Beasley, and I am from Delaware. I'm a founding member of Jewel Premium Sanitary Napkins LLC. The company itself is headquartered in McDonough, Georgia, and we've been in business since June of 2019, educating ladies about the health concerns that are associated with the leading brand products that are being sold in stores and providing them with a safe, natural alternative called Ring Premium Sanitary Napkins.
Awesome, awesome. So one of your goals is to spread awareness about, the monthly cycle. Could you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we do have an awareness campaign called Justice for My Jewel. And again, this is where we educate about the health concerns associated with the pads being sold in the stores, as well as the importance of living a healthy lifestyle, getting active, um, eating healthy foods, all to maintain your feminine health as well as your health in general.
Okay. And then I seen one of your posts actually, I think it was either yesterday or the day before, about the difference between a period and a cycle. Could you talk to us a bit about that?
Yes. So some ladies are actually unaware about the difference between a period and a cycle. The period is actually the time that you are bleeding. The cycle is the days in between of when your period ends and when it begins again. So
Mm,
some ladies said that they have a long period, which means they're bleeding for more than 5 to 7 days. That's what's considered a long period. You have a long cycle when there are more than 35 days in the length of time from when you last bled to when you start bleeding again. So that's the
mm,
difference between a period and a cycle. And there are 4 phases to our monthly menstrual cycle.
mm. And what are those phases?
There is, let me see if I can remember. Now, I am from the country, so I may not be pronouncing these phases properly, but there is the luteal phase. There's also the phase, and again, I might not pronounce them properly, so I'm gonna go with the layman terms. There's the phase when you're ovulating.
Uh-huh.
There's the actual period cycle is when you're releasing the uterine wall. Um, or you would put me on the spot. And then there's two other phases. I'm gonna tell
Okay.
you guys, like I always tell everyone, your best friend is Google. A lot of the information that we are unaware of is available on Google, as well as if you go back on my page, which is pain free period. I do have all 4 phases up there. All of the medical names are there. You can practice how to say them, and you can
Right.
see what they are there as well.
Awesome. Awesome. For sure. And so talk about rain pads. Talk about, what it is, how you guys came up with the whole thing and, give us the full scoop.
Okay. So rain pads are an all natural sanitary product that is available as an alternative to the products being sold in stores. So a lot of ladies are unaware of the actual health concerns that's associated with the pads and tampons. So I'm gonna break that down for you real quick. And the issue with the pads and tampons being sold in stores is the manufacturing process. Okay. They actually
Mhm.
use wood fibers, recycled papers, wood pulp, trash that they pick up from a landfill to make the absorbency system in those pads. They take those papers through a 6 to 8 step bleaching process to make them look white. The byproduct of that is a toxin called dioxin. Now, dioxin is 10 times more lethal than cyanide, and we're wearing these things for 40 plus years, right? So a lot of ladies are having issues with monthly yeast infections, UTIs, fibroids in our community. Little did we know it's potentially being caused by what we're using on a monthly basis. So we educate and we provide a safe, natural alternative called Rain. And I do want to share with you some more information and do a quick demonstration so you can see the difference between the Rain Premium sanitary napkins and what's being sold in the stores. So I'm gonna try to adjust my camera here.
Okay.
Okay. So this is our Rain Premium sanitary napkins, and this is our moderate flow, which comes in the pink pack. This is for normal, regular days. What I want to point out to you is how thin this pad is, okay? And it is sealed completely. So we don't have to worry about when we put it into our purse or our backpack, anything ever getting into it. This is a true sanitary napkin, okay? This product here is something that we can buy from the stores. It's a store brand. And when we don't name names and we won't make medical claims, but y'all know what this is. And as you can see, this pad is already open, correct? Have you ladies ever noticed that? You put it in your pad or your purse or your backpack, and you got cookie crumbs, pennies, and everything in there. You got to beat it out before you can use it. This is not a sanitary product, okay? But I'm going to place both of these side by side. And this is a supposed 9-hour product, right? We ain't never been able to use that for no 9 hours. So I'm going to set it down, then I'm going to adjust my camera. And then again, with our Ring, you actually have to open this up, okay? True sanitary product. And I'm going to place it down on my tail as well. And then adjust my camera so you guys can see. Okay. All right. So what I first want to share with you is an absorbency test. Now, gynecologists has told us that women will exude between 15 and 50 milliliters while she's on her monthly cycle. So I'm going to put 50 milliliters into a syringe, and I'm going to put it on each one of the pads, okay? So again, this is our Rain moderate flow for normal to regular period days. And this will be the store brand. It's actually a super overnight pad. Supposed to have 9 hours of protection. I'm taking the same 50 and I'm going to put it into the store brand pad. Now, what actually sets Rain apart from the store brand pad is that it can hold up to 300 times its weight in liquid. So it's 10 times more absorbent than any pad that's being sold in the stores. What sets us apart is this pink strip that's in each one of our pads. If you can see that pink strip, that's infused with graphene technology. And graphene is Nobel Prize winning technology. In 2010, it received the Nobel Prize. It actually kills 99.9% of bacteria. So ladies are stating they have a reduction in odors. It helps with pain and inflammation. So ladies are stating they have a reduction in menstrual cramps. And it helps balance pH and hormone levels. So ladies have better moods when using the Rain Premium sanitary napkins, okay? Let me get back to the demonstration. So I'll put 50 milliliters into each one of the pads. I'm going to take a regular old red napkin and I'm going to place on each one of the pads. So this is our store brand pad and I'm just pressing down on it. And this is what happens, right? Well, that's why we have to change so often, because that thing is wet and icky. It didn't last 9 minutes, let alone 9 hours. That's why we have to change so often. The jewel Our Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin is here. And I'm going to press. I'm going to beat it up now. You heard that, right? I beat it up. That thing is completely dry. That's why you should be choosing Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. It's going to keep you dry and comfortable. Again, it holds up to 300 times its weight in liquid. And this was our normal flow. This was there overnight. It doesn't last overnight. Okay. The second part of my demonstration is I really do want to show you ladies what is in the actual pads, the difference between them. Because again, we're just unaware, but we're going to get educated tonight. So I'm going to take apart the store brand pad first. Okay. There's layers to this, right? Mm-hmm. So the first layer of the store brand pad is actually a synthetic material, like a plastic or a rayon, okay? This is just plastic. It's very abrasive. You can hear that. But we know we get rashes and irritations when we wear these products because plastic does not absorb. Okay, so it stays wet and it's abrasive. It's rubbing up against our most precious area all day long. The second layer of the store brand pad, this is what they call their dry weave or their leak guard protection. That's just blue dye. Blue dye should not be near the most precious area on our body because as we're standing up and sitting down all day long, the liquids and the fluids are being released from the pad back into our bloodstream. This blue dye is going back into our bodies. The next layer is their absorbency system. This is what we think is cotton, but it's not. This is the recycled papers and trash that they're getting from the landfill. I am going to take that, I'm going to roll it up. And let me see. So as we can see, one of these cups has more water in it than the other. Okay. I'm going to take the cup with the least amount of water and I'm going to put the store brand absorbency system into that cup. And I'm just let it sit here. Press it down in there. And what you think it's going to do?
Soak it up.
Soak it up. That's what it's supposed to do. It's an absorbency system, right? And then this is the bottom layer of the store brand pad. This has actually the equivalent of 4 hefty trash bags. That's all this is plastic. No breathability, no air can get through to the body at all when using this product. So that's what happens. You got your plastic, you got your blood, your sweat, your urine sitting all in the pad during the time frame that you're wearing it. What's that the perfect breeding ground for? Bacteria. You're breeding bacteria in the seat of your pants when you're using these products. That's why we have many of the common health concerns that we think are normal, but they're not normal. They're common because of the products that we're using. I'm going to take apart our Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin so you can see the 8 layers of comfort that's in here. Now, on my website, which is painfreeperiod.com, if you go there, you are able to see a full list of the ingredients that's available in our Rain Premium pads. So the top layer of the pad, get it apart here, is actually cotton. You see that? You see the strands of cotton there? Right. And if you look at it, it actually it's porous. You can see the holes there for breathability. And if you were able to feel it, you would be able to feel that this was still dry. Mm-hmm. This is the graphene technology, the graphene strip that's in each one of our pads and panty liners. And then our absorbency system is wrapped in a layer of Airlaid, which actually helps pull the moisture to the bottom of the pad, keeping you drier longer. And then our absorbency system is made with a plant-based polymer. So it's biodegradable. It's good for the environment as well as for your body. And I'm going to put it in a cup with the most amount of water and press it down. And so it is what can hold up to 10 times more than the store brands. And then the last layer of our pad, let's see if you can see. You see it has 4 channels running down the back. That is there for breathability. Air can actually flow through this pad and get to your body. So it helps prevent the breeding of bacteria. It helps keep you cool because our body does heat up during that time of the month. So that's there for breathability on a menstrual bed. That's not plastic. It's made of a biodegradable material. So I'm show you the 2 cups. Now this was our store brand pad. And if you can see the difference, can you see the color change that's happened here?
Yeah.
It's actually starting to turn yellow. That is the dioxin from the bleaching process that is in this product. And this is the absorbency system. So we expected it to absorb. And look at that. What is that? That's not absorbing anything. Our Rain Premium Sanitary Napkin. This is our absorbency system. I put it in the cup with the most amount of water. And it has completely absorbed everything. It's actually turned a liquid into a solid. And if you were able to touch this, it's cool to the touch. So we, again, are helping to cool down your core when you're using a Rain Premium Sanitary Napkins. Okay, so that's a quick lesson in why Rain Pads are better than the store brand. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something about the manufacturing process and why we should be making healthier choices there and choosing Rain.
Yeah, that's serious. I mean, because we really don't know what's inside of these pads, right? We're used to going to the store and just picking up whatever and using it, right? So I guess it's the same thing for the tampons as well.
Absolutely. The tampons are made with the same ingredients that the pads are made with. But what's worse about them is that you are inserting those chemicals directly into those membranes. So your body is sucking up more of those toxins because you're inserting it directly on the membranes. Now, our gynecologists, and we have a medical board, they do not recommend the use of tampons at all. They say that it's not good for reproductive health. Tampons are plugging up what your body is naturally trying to release. So during the period process, it is getting rid of the uterine walls, it's getting rid of any old bacteria and toxins from your body as well. And you put a tampon in, you just plugging all that up. It's just staying on the inside, which can lead to toxic shock syndrome.
Wow. Geez, okay. So talk to us about the different types of pads that Rain has.
Okay. So we do have 5 different sizes available. And I'm going to show you in my book here. Let's see. So we do have panty liners without wings for everyday use. They are infused with the graphene technology to help reduce odors and keep you dry and comfortable throughout the month. We also have a panty liner with wings and absorbency. So, these are great for someone who may have bladder leaks, or, sometimes we laugh too hard, something's coming out, right? We need to protect our panties, and the white pack is my favorite. I wear them every day, and they help keep my panties clean. They help with pH balance throughout the month. And for ladies that do not have a cycle, the graphene technology is actually helping with premenopausal symptoms and menopausal symptoms. So hot flashes, because it pulls heat away from the pores, keeping them cool. There's many benefits of using our panty liners. And for ladies that have heavy flows or very painful cramping during their time of the month, you want to be wearing your panty liners throughout the month to help your womb detox. And when your period actually does come on, you will find that with continued use, you will not bleed as long or as heavy but when using the panty liners. Now, we also have our moderate flows for someone with a normal or regular period, or if you have a heavy period, you can wear these on your light days, so near the end of your period, because, you know, as the week goes along, the flow does change. So they'll be in the pink pack. This is the moderate flow size. That's what I did the demonstration with. We also have a heavy flow pad. So these have a double set of wings to lock securely in place. They're a little longer than the moderate flows. So if you need that extra panty protection, I would definitely go with this size. Oh, and I'm forgetting to show you, ladies, that on each of the pads, they have this 3D leak guard protection to prevent any leakage or accidents happening or anything flowing over onto the wings or messing up your panties or clothing at all. And as you can see, the heavy flow has a wider back, and that is there on purpose, because depending on which way your uterus is tilted will depend if you are a front bleeder or a back bleeder. So if you bleed more in the front, you're going to put your wider end into the front of your panties. If you're a back bleeder, you're going to put the wider end in the back of your panties. And then we also have an overnight super heavy pad. Okay, this is extra long. I mean, you can toss, turn, flip, and flop in this and not be concerned about leaks. Okay, ladies, so we got you covered here. I've heard many stories of ladies who said they put two pads together so they get the additional coverage. No, you don't need to do that with this pad here. Okay, so this one also has a double set of wings to lock securely in place, as well as the wider width in the back. So same thing with these. If you're a front bleeder, put your wide end in the front. If you're a back bleeder, you put your wide end in the back. And those are the 5 different varieties of our Rain Premium sanitary napkins. On the website, we do sell them in a bundle pack as well as in individual packs. So if you, until you're more familiar with what sizes you prefer to wear, I always recommend that ladies buy the 5-pack bundle. That will allow you to get a pack in each size and then determine which size is best for you on which day of your period.
Okay. And then talk to us about the different use for panty liners, because some people use them, some people don't use them. Like, what are they really used for?
Okay. So in our case, the panty liners, our Rain Premium panty liners that are infused with the graphene technology, should be worn on a daily basis to help balance your pH and hormone levels, okay? They will also help keep you dry and comfortable. They kill 99.9% of bacteria, so there'll be a reduction in odors when using our panty liners. For wearing panty liners in general, I put up a post, I believe it was either yesterday or on Saturday, where it was just a pair of panties. And ladies, this is normal, where your vagina is acidic and it will bleach the fabric in your panties. And we know some of us, we paying a lot of money for them Vicky's Secret panties and them pink panties. So you just need to protect your panties so that you don't not have those stains in there from the acidic vagina bleaching them. You want to keep them pretty. You want to be wearing panty liners. And the best choice for you is to use our Rain panty liners to protect your panties, as well as they do have therapeutic benefits that'll help you throughout the month.
Perfect. And I see we have a question here. Do you have any for teenage girls? So is that panty liners or pads maybe she's asking for? I'm not sure.
Okay, so for teenage girls, all the pads are for all age of women, whether you have a
Okay.
cycle or not. Now, my daughter, she's 15 years old, and she's been using rings since her cycle started. She likes the length of the heavy flow pads because she doesn't have to worry about pad placement because they're a little longer than the moderate flows. So she's covered and she's not concerned about having any leaks or if she's putting it into her panties properly. But most younger girls do like the moderate flows in the pink pack. It will keep them dry and comfortable, and they do prefer this length. Panty liners are used on days when they're not having their period or when they're preparing for their period to come on. I always tell girls as well as women to make sure you're using a period tracker so that you're always prepared. And I also do have like a just in case kit is what I call it. You should have a panty liner and a pad in your purse at all times, just so you have your emergency kit there. And depending on what size you like, there's the moderate flow or the heavy flow, depending on your flow.
For sure. And Miss Melba is just saying she's got to protect her new panties, LOL, and
Absolutely.
keep her pH together. Yes, yes. So that's really, really important to make sure that we're doing all of this. But you guys also have this coochie bar. And I was like, what is this coochie bar? What is she talking about? Talk to us about it.
Okay, so the coochie bar is something that I actually formulated myself, and I created an Etsy store where you can go and purchase the coochie bar. So through educating, I let women know about the health concerns that are associated with the feminine washes that are being sold in the stores. A lot of them say that they are gynecologist tested. That does not mean that they are gynecologist approved. Okay, so they gave the product to a gynecologist and they tested it. The results, they might have told them, don't let nobody use this. We done tested it and it ain't no good. But a lot of those feminine products do cause rashes and irritations. They actually do throw off your pH balance because they are killing the good bacteria that is necessary for your vaginal health. So a lot of ladies end up with itching when using those products. And I put that information out there and ladies were just asking, well, what am I supposed to use? What am I supposed to use? And I'm like, a natural soap with no fragrance, no dyes, something that's going to help keep your pH balanced and not cause you any irritations. I got the question so much, what natural soap? I'm like, I'm gonna create a soap. So I formulated the coochie bar. The coochie bar will keep you pH balanced. There's no dyes, there's no fragrances in them, only essential oils that will help with many of the feminine health concerns that we may have on a monthly basis. So I have a lavender coochie bar, which does help with reducing candida, or candida is the bacteria that causes the yeast infections. I have a chamomile coochie bar, and that is to help calm any skin irritations. And then I do have a coconut vanilla coochie bar, which is helps with blood flow to that area. So I formulated that, and it is available on my link tree that's in my Pain Free Period bio there. You click on Coochie Bar and that will take you out to the Etsy site where you can place an order for that.
Okay. That sounds good. So you're talking a lot about pH balance. Like, how do we know if we're off on our pH balance? Like, how do we know?
So the way that you know that your pH balance is off, if you're having those symptoms, it does cause itchiness. It does cause inflammation. So your skin will become inflamed. It'll be reddish. And that's really, those are the two main thing or ways you know that your pH is off. A lot of ladies will go and get Vagisil if they got rashes and irritation, because they think they have a yeast infection. And they potentially, if your pH balance is off for too long, yeah, you're gonna have a yeast infection. It could be a yeast infection, but that's really the symptoms that your pH balance is off. If you go to your gynecologist, they actually have tests that they're able to do to tell you that your pH is off. But a normal, healthy vagina is acidic, okay? So if you're using douches, which you should not, it will throw your pH balance off because it's cleansing away everything. It's getting rid of everything. What else is it? Bath bombs. You don't want to sit in. You can get in the bathtub and you can soak, but do not use bath bombs with fragrances and dyes in them. You want your water to turn pink and purple. No, you don't. No, you don't. Your queen is not liking that. Your jewel is not liking that. So we definitely do not want to be using bath bombs or douches or anything of that nature to help cleanse your vulva. And while I'm on that, I want to clear that up as well, because there's a difference between your vulva and your vagina. Your vagina is internal. It's on the inside of your body. And that's why the gynecologists tell us that we do not need to clean that, because it's a self-cleaning oven. It cleans itself out on a monthly basis through the discharge as well as through the period process. Your vulva, which is on the outside of your body, which we call either the coochie, the yoni, all those little nicknames we got for it. That is what we should be cleaning with a natural soap, or a gynecologist will even tell you just water to clean that up. But, you know, it's hard for us to process that. So a natural soap, we got the coochie bar, we can use that to help balance the pH, not wash away any of the good bacteria. But your vulva is your lips, your clitoris, and your clitoral hood. Yeah, that's what the vulva, that's what we should be washing. We should not be putting anything inside of us to wash out our vagina.
Okay. Good to know. And so your name is Pain Free Period. So what are some of like the keys that we can obtain, that help us to obtain a pain-free period?
Perfect. I'm glad you asked that question. So we definitely have to monitor the products we're putting in our body as well as on our body. So you want to be using a safe natural alternative like Rain Premium sanitary napkins. Diet is important, and I'm not talking about losing weight. I'm talking about the types of food that you eat is important to maintaining a pain-free period, okay? So I always tell ladies that have heavy bleeding or painful cramping that you have to eliminate or reduce until you can eliminate the meat and dairy products from your diet. Dairy, which is cow's milk, does cause mucus and inflammation build up in your body. Okay, think about it. This is what cow's milk does to your body. You know how when you get a cold or sinus infection, that mucus, that snot that comes out is thick. It takes time to drain down. That is the same mucus that the cow's milk will cause in your body. So when your period comes on, it's got to, the blood that's being released is moving, trying to move through that mucus. And that's where we end up with blood clots. We end up with heavy flows because of all the mucus buildup. Also, you want to eliminate meat products as much as you can. Start off small. Meatless Mondays. Things of that nature, because the way that they are raising the animals now is what is causing many feminine health issues as well. They are dosing, injecting animals with artificial estrogen. And that is what is making the animals grow bigger. You know, the chicken breast is as big as your fist and bigger. The chicken legs and thighs are big. So it's not just red meats. It's not, we thought we were okay with chicken until they started pumping it with the artificial estrogen. So the more that you can limit your exposure to those artificial estrogens and hormones, the better your period will be. Okay. You also need to hydrate. Hydrate, that means drinking water, not processed sugars, not sodas. You want to try to eliminate that as well. They have some awesome water flavor enhancers that you can put into your water. You can make it taste like fruit punch. You can make it taste like blueberry lemonade, whatever. You would like to flavor your water, but we need to be drinking more water on a daily basis. If you're into bottled waters, you should be drinking 8 or more of those a day to actually flush out toxins. And if you do have any mucus buildup in your body, it will help flush that out as well, or thin that out, so that when your period does come on, you won't have heavy bleeding and clots. Okay, so eliminate dairy and eliminate meat, and drink more water, and change your products that you're using on a monthly basis to help have a pain-free period.
Straight. So, so basically, when you have like clots, that means that it has to do with your diet then, for the most part?
Definitely. It can be your diet, as well as it could be a medical condition. So a lot of us, especially in our community, are living with fibroids, and either knowingly or unknowingly. Ladies, it's important to go to your yearly checkups with your gynecologist, and please tell them any symptoms that you think are abnormal, as well as that you think are normal, because we've been I guess taught that my mama bled heavy, my grandma bled heavy, so I bleed heavy. And you think it's normal, and you don't ever find out the underlying cause of you bleeding heavy. So you need to make sure you're giving them every symptom that you're having, even if you think it's normal. Because what I'm finding is that it's really learned behavior that is causing these issues. So we may be eating the same thing that our mama and grandmom ate, and that is what is causing these issues that's coming down through the generations. Now, the food and the way they used to eat it or make it is not how they're making it today. Everything is processed as inexpensive as they can make it. So we are basically ending up with crack products and crack food. So we have to change the way that we're eating. We have to change the products that we are using, because they are causing these issues that we consider normal on a monthly basis. So we have to do our own independent research, and we have to go to our gynecological visits so that we can find out if there's any underlying causes that are causing us to have blood clots or bleed heavy or bleed for 10 and 12 days. That is not normal. Even if it happened to your auntie, your mama, and your grandma, that is not normal. You should not be bleeding that heavy. You should not be bleeding that long. If you have to change your pad every hour, every half an hour, that's a problem. You're hemorrhaging. A lot of ladies end up with anemia. If you bleed so heavy for such an extended period of time, you are actually reducing the function of your heart. You have to report these issues to the doctor, because large amounts of blood loss does infect the organs within your body. I watched a video over the weekend where a lady was sharing a story about her friend. She's in the hospital with a very serious case of fibroids now. She's been dealing with fibroids for about 3 to 4 years. She's in the hospital now, and she just bleeds so heavy every month. When she went in this time, they did do, I guess it's the EKG, either way they found out that she was having heart issues. And because of the amount of time or how heavy she had been bleeding for these past 3 to 4 years, it had actually lowered her heart function down to 30%. And no doctor would even, at this point, they're offering or telling her her only option would be a hysterectomy. But with the state of her heart, no doctor will even do a hysterectomy on her to help remove that organ so that it is no longer causing damage to the other organs in her body. So we need to be mindful of our yearly checkups. We need to report all issues that we're having to the doctor because we have to find out the underlying causes. We should not be bleeding heavy. With our rain pads, we do have a lot of ladies who share testimonies that may have a medical diagnosed condition like endometriosis or fibroids. Someone told me they had it's called a Bartholian cyst. It was the first time I had ever heard of it. But on a monthly basis, they actually end up in the ER with excruciating pains, from the heavy bleeding, the anemia, they pass out, all of these things. But since using rain, they saw a reduction in how many days they actually bleed. So most ladies that I see, that provide me with their testimonies, they've shared that they used to bleed 5 to 7 days. Now they're down to 3 to 4 days. The panty liner detox does work, ladies. Ladies who used to not be able to get out of bed and go to work during their periods are now able to function. I had a lady who actually just joined my team who shared with me her 13-year-old daughter had debilitating cramps and nausea every month since she had her cycle. She could not get out of bed. The only reason she would get out of bed was to head to the bathroom to vomit. She bought her rain pads this month, and she said her daughter is brand new. She wished she had taken a video of the before and after. No longer vomiting, no cramping. She's just like herself, and she was amazed. And she said she had to join this business so that she could share this information with others. All we need is the information. Once we know better, we do better.
That's true. Wow, you know what? There's so many stories, so many women, because as women we share stories, but so many women I've spoken to over the years, older, younger, same age as me, dealing with fibroids, low iron, dealing with endometriosis as well. But I remember there's quite a few women that are a little bit up in age, but they've had to have a hysterectomy because of the situation with their period every month. So this is really informational, a great information that we need to know because, a lot of us are suffering unnecessarily,
Right.
for real.
That's
Um, so I just had a question and it slipped through my mind here. So how do we place an order? Or no, this is the question. What is the regular time frame for a regular period? Like, is it 5 days? And how is it supposed to flow? I know it's kind of different for each person, but what is like the norm?
Yeah, so a normal period, according to a gynecologist, is 5 to 7 days. Anything beyond 7 days, you are having a long period. A normal flow is anything from 15 to 50 milliliters per day. Let me see. Oh, did I use up all my water? Wait a minute. So in our syringe, let me see. This is 50 milliliters of fluid, right? So throughout your whole day, that's the amount of liquid. So like with our rain pads, you can change your pad maybe 2 to 3 times a day and be good. With the store brand pads, you got to change 50, 11 times.
Yeah.
That's why they come 30 in a pack, right? Because you're going to use all 30 of them because they do not absorb. But they recommend that you only, or your for feminine hygiene purposes, you should be changing your pad every 4 to 6 hours. Most brands do not last that long. But with our Rain premium sanitary napkins, you can change your pad every 4 to 6 hours. There's 2 to 3 pads a day and be good. If you always tell ladies with your heavy flows, if you're bleeding beyond the overnight, super heavy pad here, you want to make an appointment with your gynecologist because this can hold 150 milliliters. So it can hold 3 times what you're supposed to be exuding on a daily basis. So if you're flooding those, you're hemorrhaging. You're not having a period, you're hemorrhaging. You need to seek medical help and find out what your underlying issue is. If you already know you have an underlying issue, you want to find a safe, natural treatment, whatever either your doctor is prescribing. You want to get some help, basically. If they're prescribing a medication that will assist you with that, look into taking it. If the side effects are unruly, look into something natural. If your doctor is telling you something that you don't agree with, find a different doctor. Point blank, period.
100%. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm taking notes too, man. It's so important for us to be able to talk about this because first of all, there's always a taboo conversation when it comes to periods, you know. Lots of people don't always want to talk about it, but this is definitely important. And a lot of Black women suffer from fibroids, a lot of them. So I am KK is just saying I was told I have small fibroids. I deal with low iron, but when I seek medical attention, they always recommend birth control. And that's another thing that I've heard. A lot of girls, I remember when I was growing up in high school, if you had period pains or anything going on, the doctor, boom, I'll automatically tell you, hop on birth control.
Yep.
And then that helped. I don't know what it is with the birth control and the link with that, but it always helped the period pain. They needed the birth control.
Absolutely. So that's one of probably the first things that they will put our young girls on is birth control. And that is just having them take hormones. The hormones trick the body into thinking that it is already pregnant so that it does not release an egg. If there is no egg released, then there'll be actually no reason to shed the uterine wall. So that's why with some birth controls, your periods will go away completely. With some pills, you take them for the 3 weeks. You don't take them for 1 week. That stopping that cycle, it's basically telling your body, oh, you're not pregnant no more. Go ahead and release that. And so you'll have a period. There's all kinds of different type of birth controls, but if you're not taking birth control to not have a baby, you shouldn't be using it. Birth control is to prevent pregnancy. It should not be used to manage a period. There are other alternatives that ladies can use. There's natural alternatives that help reduce cramping. So there's our products. So once you remove yourself from all of the toxins that's in the products that you're using, such as the pads, the panty liners that's being sold in the stores, you remove those out of it. Even everything we use, even down to the deodorants, they have aluminum in them, which there's a link to breast cancer in there. Everything is a toxin. It's attacking us all day long. So as much as you can eliminate and get it out of your body, get it out of your routine, the better it will be for you. So yeah, you got to get it out. Try something natural. There's for cramping, it's raspberry tea is great. Chamomile tea is calming. I did a post today with It has 8 natural ways to help with cramping. So, of course, hydration is one. But yeah, again, staying away from the milk products. That's yogurt. That's ice cream, ladies. Hello. A week before or during your cycle, do not eat the ice cream, not with cow's milk. There
Mm.
are alternatives. So there's like what, oat milk, coconut milk. I see the Ben and Jerry's has an almond milk ice cream. You could try other non-dairy products, okay, but stay away from the cow's milk ice cream. Somebody told me, they was like, you mean I gotta stop eating mac and cheese? Listen,
Mm.
if you are having such a bad problem with cramping and heavy bleeding, at least do not eat it the week before and the week that your period is supposed to come on. Stay away from it. Stay away.
Okay. Jeez, so many facts. And I see that there was a couple of questions. Hold on. Lorenzo had a question. After pregnancy, how long until the period returns? Does that differ from women to like woman to woman?
I believe that it can. So I know, like for myself, when you leave the hospital, they send you with those big bulky pads, and I believe some of
Right?
them have like ice pack in them. So you're bleeding continuously after birth. Um, it can be for weeks at a time. Now that is yeah, so your period returns fairly quickly. But you could be also bleeding from just giving birth. I always tell ladies for postpartum care, I recommend our overnight super heavy pad because it is extra long. It covers you front to back and it's not big and bulky. It can hold up to 150 milliliters. So that's 3 times what's being provided to you from the hospital, and they're just more comfortable. They're gonna keep you dry and comfortable. The graphene
Yeah.
technology is also gonna help heal your womb. So that's an added therapeutic benefit for our postpartum mothers.
Awesome. Awesome. So, where can we place an order? How do we get these rain pads on tap?
Yes, my website is painfreeperiod.com. It's also
Okay.
available in a link in my bio online. Each pack of pads is only $6 per pack, no matter what size that you're ordering. They're $6 per pack. So we educate and we try to provide you with an affordable product, okay? Shipping and handling is inexpensive. So it's like maybe $2 per pack. So if you order 1 pack of pads, it's $6 for $2 shipping and handling. It's out to you for $8, and it's to your front door within 5 to 7 business days. Okay, but again, I always recommend that you purchase the 5 pack bundle on the website, and that will give you multiple sizes to try for each day of your period. And then once you figure out what you like best or what works best for you, then you can go into buying individual packs on a monthly basis. We also have a monthly subscription that is available on the website. We call it auto ship. um, when you're checking out, you can create an account. When you sign into your account, under the orders tab, there'll be an option to add an auto ship. You pick whether you want your order to process on the 1st, 15th, or the 28th of every month. And you pick which day you want your auto ship to start on. And we send them every month, just like your period. It's coming every month. You never have to worry about running out of your favorite product.
Proper. That sounds good. And so we're out here in Canada. Do you guys ship to Canada?
No. Currently, we're only
No.
shipping within the United States. Yeah,
Okay.
those
Okay.
shipping rates is a little, they're a little expensive
Expensive.
to
Yeah.
ship
Yeah.
internationally right now. We can't make it make sense
Right.
to ship
Right.
that way. But if you are able to have a U.S. post box or anything like that, we'll ship it there and you can come pick it up.
For sure. For sure. All right. I just want to thank you so much for coming on and giving us all these great tips. so much information. At like my pages are filled here with so much good stuff. So I just want to thank you. But before I let you go, I would like to know, do you have any like motivational or inspirational quotes that you kind of go by?
Um, I did want to share a quote. Now I don't know if I can get it right because I call this my best friend in my head is Miss Tabitha Brown, and I did want to close. Oh, you know her. Did want to close with what she tells everyone.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna paraphrase it. Um, so she says, "Have the most amazing night, and have a great day. But even if you can't, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's."
Mm, yeah, that is powerful. Wow. Okay. So make sure we all have an amazing night and have a better day tomorrow, and make sure we can't mess up anybody's day. After all this information, we got to share this information. Period.
Right.
Yes. Period. Point blank. Okay. I just want to thank you again for jumping on with me. I appreciate you, and we will definitely be in touch.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Take
Take care.
care.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, guys, that was like so much information, right? Like, holy, she had the information. Like, she had, like, oh my, like, I was just taking notes. This was definitely very informative. Make sure you share this live with other ladies out there, especially especially as Black women, we all know somebody that needs to hear this, that needs to hear all this information that she was giving. So make sure you share this live with anybody that has endometriosis, that's dealing with fibroids, that's dealing with all of this. They need to understand, we are dealing with a period every single month, right? Every single month, right? So much information. Like I'm telling you, we are dealing with this every month. This is information we need to know. First of all, that dairy. I've been hearing it from everybody. It's the dairy and the meat products. As females, especially, they keep saying we need to stop eating it. It might be hard to stop eating the dairy and the meat. Like, yo, Chris, you know that jerk chicken yesterday was lit, bro. Okay, it was nice, but we gotta slow it down a little bit. I've been telling myself, I've been trying, so, but it's really something that we really gotta take into consideration. Our diet is so important on how we can, yes, on how we can, be healthy, and we want to make sure that we're here in the best possible, period of time that we can, sharing wealth of knowledge, understanding to everybody, but we've got to be healthy ourselves. So it's really, really important that we do that. We got kids, we got something to live for, right? So we got to be healthy. We got to be healthy. So yes, and of course Michelle is in here. She knows all about your wellness factor. She knows what it is, right? So and her tip is making sure that a good way to avoid bad products is shopping the perimeter of the grocery store. Like every time I go into the grocery store now, I'm just like, just stay out of the aisles, Ellie. Stay out of the aisles. But it's like, something draws me. I'm like, no, you got to stay out of the aisles because those fancy boxes are what is tearing us down, man. It's tearing us down. So, guys, I just want to thank you guys for hopping on. This was a great live. It was definitely super informative, and we got to find a way to get these pain-free period pads out here in Canada because this is stuff that we definitely need, or we need some other sort of healthy alternative out here for ourselves because this is definitely very informative, very, very, very important for us to figure. We got to figure this out. We just got to figure it out. All right, guys, you know what it is. Of course, I just want to big up Michelle in the chat right now. I'm wearing my Leighton Michelle Co. Sweater hoodie right now. Okay, just feeling nice, feeling blessed. Okay, so you guys make sure you hit up your wellness factor. Click the link in the bio, and I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. She comes all the way through with all of her motivational teas and all that good stuff. I want to thank all of you guys for being so I don't know what to say, back and forth in the chat. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. I will see you definitely next week, next Monday, 8 o'clock. I'll be here. So make sure you guys are here. We have another great guest, okay? Have yourself a wonderful evening and make sure you make somebody else's evening just as great as it is for you. All right? Take care. Bye, guys.